Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and we're back once again with our green-black Izoni Reanimator, and we've got a special episode today, because this is actually going to be a two-match parter, because I actually have two matches here that were fairly quick, so without further ado, let's get into those ones, and I will see you in those games. Alright, we're in, and we're going to be on the play. Let's have a look-see. We've got a Harpooner and a Journey on 3. We don't have a way of killing it, but I think we can take this all the same. If they don't have any exile effects, then it's pretty much just going to stick. Let's find out what we're up against. Maybe okay. Maybe okay. If they've got Lava Coil or Tribunal, then that's kind of something we have to worry about, I guess. But Boros Aggro, I'm assuming, or maybe Gates. Yeah, I don't think either of those can deal with this properly. So, stick that on there. Swing for 3. Yeah, definitely Gates. Plaza undoes my damage into Growth Spiral. Do you get a land? Yeah, I think so. Alright. More lands. Well, I guess that'll have to do. Yeah, we just need something to kill Harpooner now. Wilderness Reclamation. Oh boy. Alright, well, Branch Walker. Do this before making a land drop, because if it reveals one, then we'll be happy to play that one. I'm just going to Graveyard Izoni. She's got an Undergrowth of 0 right now anyway, so it don't really make a difference. Journey is also a legendary enchantment, so I can't really attach this onto Branch Walker, unfortunately. But I'm hoping that we've... Yep, sweet. Hoping we had the pressure that would force our opponent to go with the board wipe plan there. And apparently we did. Or are they just going to Nexus us? Oh, good. Awesome. Nexus Gates. I was really hoping it would be a not fun deck. Good stuff. Alright, well, let's just play a land, pass a turn. We're going to end step, get probably Branch Walker. Gatebreaker Ram. A 9/9 trample, eh? Alright, well, let's Axel then. And we'll go with Branch Walker, I think. Just set up the top card of our deck. Yeah, definitely graveyarding that. That's what I'm looking for. Chupacabra. Kills Ram. Yeah, I just needed some hard removal there. Plaguecrafter, Chupacabra, Vraska's Contempt, all of those were pretty reasonable. I think what I'll do is I'll stick Journey on Branch Walker, so if the gates are blaze, we get an extra Explore here. So that's not too bad. And we keep some board presence that they have to deal with. Sweet. So we do Legend Rule, unfortunately. But we also get a Branch Walker trigger. It's not ideal hitting a land there, but I guess I'll take it. Better than nothing. Alright. Swing with Branch Walker. Play Branch Walker. And we want to basically bin any creature here, because I think I'm going to Izoni. Yeah. I'm just going to Izoni end step. To put 3 power of creatures on board. So it looks like they are running Nexus, but they don't seem to be a Nexus combo list. I don't see the way that they actually go infinite with that kind of deal. Alright, so they're going to play Hydroid Krasis. Unfortunately... Well, actually, no, not unfortunately. I was going to say, unfortunately, we were 1 point short of killing them, but we can end step Chupacabra, kill Krasis, and that actually makes up the points to finish them off here. Unless they've got some sort of instant speed removal, which they don't. Gates down. Alright. Some nice value there along the way. Okay, so they're going to be running Gates Ablaze as basically their main removal plan. We also have to deal with some 8/8s, some Rams, and some Krasis, which means for the most part, a lot of my removal is a little bit dead. Like, Vicious Offering's not going to cut it. Brontodon seems good, though. We're going to bring in an extra Brontodon. And, yeah, this is all of my sideboard on screen right now. Shaper's Sanctuary, probably not going to be that useful. Ritual of Soot hits basically everything except for the Colossus. And maybe we're bringing Duresses as well, just disrupt their hand. I kind of like the idea of a Duress. Yeah, we'll go with the slow game plan. They're not the fastest deck in the world. I'm just wondering whether or not we bring in Ritual just for Hydroid Krasis alone. I don't know. I'll keep one Harpooner in because the chance of it actually killing a Hydroid Krasis is reasonable. But what do I actually go down? I think maybe something like... I mean, Biogenic Ooze is just never going to live through a Gates Ablaze. It's just unrealistic to expect that to happen, so we could cut that. I don't think we bring in Carnities. I think we're fine without them. I actually kind of like the deck structure as it stands, so let's try it like this. Okay, we're in. We have Plaguecrafter into Vraska into Underelm Lich. It's not an amazing start, but we can maybe hit a Ram if they play that on 3. I believe it's a 3-drop, isn't it? So they'll go 1 tap land, 2 tap land, Growth Spiral into 3, something like that. Well, we got Llanowar Elves, so we can get something like Vraska down a little bit earlier, which is good, because I don't think Plaguecrafter is actually going to see much use here. Ooh, that's very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's get that right underneath any negates they might be running. And then next turn we get to Vraska, Tick Up, kill Llanowar Elves, and flip Journey. That's the perfect curve we're looking for right there. We could even do Plaguecrafter to make them discard, but I think this right here is absolutely superb value. Get Vraska in play. Tick up on Llanowar Elves. Killing Llanowar Elves, bringing it back. Get to draw a card, gain a life, and flip an Atzel. And now we have like Underrealm Lich. We can sack the Llanowar Elves at this point to draw cards if we want. We'll do that after we play Underrealm Lich, which means that we get to look at 3 cards. I don't really think it matters the order that I do this. I guess I could get in for 1 point of damage if I went Lich, attack, tick up Vraska. That seems fine. As opposed to leaving 1 mana open that doesn't actually really do me any good.
An unfortunate...
So, tick up, take, duress. We've already got our land drop. Yeah. I guess that's where the 1 mana would have been useful. We'd have been able to duress right now and look at their 3 cards. There's not many 1 mana players in this deck anyway, so I'm just weighing up the fact of whether or not I'd need one or not. So we got Brontodon to hit the Wilderness Reclamation if they ever get that. So that's not too bad. We're a little light on green, actually. Would have preferred a little bit more. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. You flip the turn after next. Alright, let's take Stitcher's Supplier, I think. There's also a green source there, but I think filling my graveyard is actually going to be pretty powerful here. Especially since I get to sack the Stitcher's Supplier as well. And mill some more. Ooh, get a Biogenic Ooze in there. Very nice. Alright. And we could play Brontodon as well, and Duress. We could do a lot in this turn. Let's see what they've got in those 3 cards. Expansion, Explosion, Archway, Angel is going to keep them alive a little while. But we got Plaguecrafter, who's going to be repeatedly coming back with Atzel. So, yeah, I think Expansion, Explosion in a really big fashion is about the only outlet they have here. So, let's play Thrashing Brontodon. Let's tick up Vraska.
Don't dwell on what's what's about to happen.
And we'll sack the Stitcher Supplier. We get draw value here. Ooh, I really like all of these. I'm just going to take the Stitcher Supplier, I think, because it's castable right now. We get to mill a little bit more. More Stitchers. Play another Stitchers. Got an undergrowth of 9 right now, so Izoni is swinging for a lot. And Vraska is ultimating next turn, so that Archway Angel is not going to cut it. They need a, well, that into something like Gates Ablaze, but even then, we now have an indestructible Underrealm Lich as well. We're just taking over this game in every fashion possible. I think like Star of Extinction is their best draw. Gates Ablaze. Let's go indestructible. Get some value from our Stitcher Supplier. And they're going to go Gatebreaker Ram. Okay. But now we just go my turn. Doesn't really matter. Just take Izoni, I guess. Ultimate Vraska.
One more scratch.
And just Plague Crafter away the Gatebreaker Ram. Ram dies, Lich gets through, and Izoni Ultimate wins us the game. Very good. That was quite the showing for this deck. That's basically how, like, I guess that's our nut draw, really. Just everything went in the way of our opponent doing whatever they wanted to do. I was a little worried when I saw Nexus, because Nexus of Fate is actually kind of a difficult archetype kind of thing that we have to deal with. Like, if they're taking infinite turns, they go off way quicker than we do. We're kind of a value over time kind of deck, so if they can do their, like, turn 5 infinite combo or whatever the hell it ends up being, then there's not much we can do about that. But, yeah, it was pretty nice all the same. Alright, let's be on the play, shall we? We have turn 3 Plaguecrafter and then Chupacabra. So we basically slow the game down with this hand. We need another land before Chupacabra's good. It's not the worst in the world, but it's also not close to the best. We're going to take it though. Let's see if we can make this work. Tap to Overgrown Tomb and pass. Watery Grave. If this is Dimir discard, I don't think we're too hard done to. It looks like Esper mid-range. Alright. Seen this matchup 20 times. We're kind of okay against it. We've just got to play around things like... Wow, they took Biogenic Ooze? Why? Fair enough. Let's pass the turn. We're not going to Plaguecrafter until they put something down. They can Thought Erasure our Plaguecrafter if they really want to. Not too fussed about that. And then we've got Chupacabra left to go as well. They're just going to pass. Alright, well. So will we. Land pass. It's also possible that this is actually Esper control. It's really annoying these days that these two actually clash together. But we'll go with the Underrealm Lich. Let's see if it resolves. It does. Alright. So, they need, like, Vraska's Contempt, an actual way of exiling it. Otherwise I can just do this. Like, Deputy Detention is an option, but then we will Plaguecrafter or Chupacabra. So we have options. Looks like we're getting our extra draw here. And I think we just take a Branch Walker here. Yeah, let's just take a Branch Walker. Put the rest into the yard. Let's swing first, I guess. See if they've got the Vraska's Contempt. So far, so no. Okay, well, Vraska. No counter there. Let's tick up on the land and look at 3 cards. Hoping to just find a land so I can play Branch Walker. And we got a Swamp, unfortunately. I think we just take, like, Plaguecrafter, really. Dump the rest. And pass. We got plenty of time to find another land anyway. And I think Plaguecrafter should hopefully just keep the game nice and clean. Exiles the Underrealm Lich. Okay. We got some decent exile, not exile, graveyard synergy here. Teferi. Okay.
I'm known for my excellent
And unable to protect, so we're going to play Plaguecrafter and kill Teferi. It's pretty good. So you lose Teferi. And then we'll play Branchwalker. We don't know what the top card is, but we know the one underneath it. Vraska's Contempt seems useful, actually. Versus something like Teferi. If they have another one, then let's have some more answers for it. Okay, well, swing for 3. So I guess this is more Esper control then, because I don't think the mid-range list actually runs Teferi. Having plenty of answers for him, though, is very nice. So, swing. Play Vraska again. Resolves, damn.
You should leave.
Alright, I think I actually do want to sack a land here, just to draw some cards. I want to cycle through my deck. Find the pieces I need. Like, if I find any way of reanimating Branchwalker, we can attach that to it. And just immediately flip it, because the Vraska's tick up. Looks like we're actually just going to run this all the way through. Alright, let's Branchwalker, see if we can find a land. We do. Okay. So, Overgrown Tomb taps, play Llanowar Elves, and I think we will sack Llanowar Elves here with Vraska. We can do better than that. There's Journey to Eternity. Okay. So, they're going to need like a board wipe or a counter here. Let's swing first, I guess. Maybe we get a settle out of them or something. And Mortify. Well, that's also really good. So, they Mortify the Branchwalker. Then we will Journey to Eternity the other Branchwalker. Now they don't have a Mortify. We sack Branchwalker and flip it. This deck is far too greedy with its mana base to run Field of Ruin, so I think we just win. Atzel will now repeatedly bring back Planeswalker removal like Plaguecrafter. They can't resolve creatures, can't resolve Planeswalkers. We don't ever have to run anything into a counter ever again if we don't want to. Alright, against this deck, I think we want to bring in the Carnage Tyrants. That's pretty much what this one's for. And Duresses as well. We only saw removal in Teferi for the most part, so not entirely sure what we're going to need here. Bramtodon doesn't seem like it's going to be useful. They can do like Search for Azcanta, and that's maybe about it. Could do Harpooner for Chromium, that's possible. But then we've got Plaguecrafters and Tubes that also do that. I'm going to go down the Biogenic Oozes. I'm not sure they're going to get too much value here. And maybe the Vicious Offerings as well. They can run Thief of Sanity, but we still have plenty of answers in here. Like, Plaguecrafter still deals with Teferi and creatures, so we've still got plenty of useful cards in here, even if we do keep creature removal in against a control deck like this, because sometimes they bring in some extra creatures. Other than that, maybe Shaper's Sanctuaries are also quite nice. They do run Mortifies, but if they're mortifying a Shaper's Sanctuary, that's also pretty cool. And I think we just go down One Izoni. And what else? I'm not convinced on Harpooner either. And getting underneath the counter spells with Llanowar Elves is quite important. We can go down to Stitcher's Supplier, I guess, and try it like this. They're going to be very on edge about Journey to Eternity now, though. So we've got to play it a bit safer. Alright, so we have the turn 1 Llanowar Elves, which leads to a turn 3 Vraska. It's fine, I guess. It's not amazing, but we do have the Vraska's Contempt to take care of Teferi. I'm going to take it and just hope that the top deck's quite nice. That is quite a nice top deck, honestly. Because we don't have a turn 2 play anyway. So I'm just going to lead off with Llanowar Elves next turn. If they want to Thought Erasure me here, then they can. They don't have any blue. That's real nice. Okay. So now Llanowar Elves resolves. If they want to kill it and stop me from ramping, they have to let me draw a card. Or spend the turn mortifying Shaper's Sanctuary before they get that opportunity. And that's pretty sweet, because now we get Vraska down. Ooh. I think we go with Vraska first. Yeah, let's go with Vraska first. And let's tick up...
Everyone is expendable, except me.
I think we actually sack a land here. We can still play Journey next turn, guaranteed. I do actually want to draw a card, though, because my hand's not amazing, and I'd like to improve it a little bit. So they're going to pass with one blue open. This could be Mortify. I think we still go for it, though. Syncopate X2 is a thing. So we might not be able to resolve this journey, but we can try for it. We just don't have any protection from, like, removal spells is the problem. Let's swing first. Let's see what they decide to do. Because we're not going to use... Yeah. Okay, that worked out real nice. Okay, now we can play Branch Walker. Get a land. And I think same again, we can play Journey to Eternity next turn and still use Vraska.
An unfortunate casualty.
We're going to be low on lands, though, later down the line, but I think that should be okay. That'll probably be the last land I sacrifice, though, because Vraska's quite close to ultimating, and I'd like some lands so that we're not just going to die. There's Shocking Godless Shrine. What does that mean? I think that means Syncopate or something like that. Let's swing with Branch Walker. They let that one go. Let's try for it. It's the best window we're going to get, I think. Absorb. Okay. Gain a bit of life. Fair enough. Well, Vraska, decline. Vraska ults next turn, so they need the Vraska's Contempt. They do not have it. So Branch Walker is now a lethal threat and they scoop it up. Oh man. Getting right underneath Esper control right there. I don't know what their hand was, but I think for the most part, like, they had removal and we just played around it. So they were holding up these counters we weren't really playing anything good into, forcing them to just use removal on things like Llanowar Elves. I think they were maybe a little bit too hasty with a lot of their removal. They didn't need to kill Llanowar Elves, but there's a subconscious need, I think, when you're playing Magic to bolt the bird, you know, and it's not always the best idea, but it is for the most part. But in this particular case, I think it kind of killed them, because they didn't have removal when it counted. So, yeah. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, then be sure to like, subscribe, hit that little bell icon, and that'll give you notifications when I release videos in the future. And I'll see you all back again for a third and final episode. Alright guys, ta-ra.